video.
He's going to be worse behaved than the school.
That's going to be dead.
We've got three quite nice cases.
Oh, smell milk.
And a good cancer. His trot, I mean, obviously Charlie being very young, so the trot's going to establish more. But Capri's trot is quite nice. It's just not incredibly extravagant. Charlie's trot's going to be a lot better than Capri's is once he gets more established. Capri trot's a little bit more like a thoroughbred with a slightly flatter trot. And therefore, your medium extended trot, you know, you can do them, but they're not really impressive as they would be if he had a naturally sort of more rounded trot that came off the ground. He wants to take Charlie out and, yeah, to be consented. Get him settled a little bit. Keeping it up, light on his back, off his back, and just let him sort of relax a little bit. He is a bit, what with his career, what's a little bit spoiled from having some better results is the fact that he is a bit hot in the dressage. He can get quite fuzzy. He's a typical, you know, chestnut who tends to be more fuzzier than horses of the day, or grey. And he does. He's especially doesn't
I ain't doing that bit. I'm only doing 2 certs.
You want to jump it?
Just because he's a midget.
Much for him. The main arena at Badminton was much different because of the crowd and the atmosphere that you get at Badminton. Right, okay, I think we move on quickly. So, there's many exercises that you can do with these horses at home to help prepare them for what they might meet at the competition. And for event horses, you ask for touching very good and so trusting. And jumping particularly narrow fences, some very big wide corners where they could, easily run out if they didn't want to do it. And really angled rails. They've got to learn that they must trust the rider enough to go on and stay on the line that the rider is asking them to approach the fence on. And not when, there's such a, if they're coming through a really narrow fence, so easy for them to just run out and nip past the side of it. And they need to learn that they mustn't do that, that they must stay on the line and stay nice and relaxed and really do as they're told. So from very young, once they've got their jumpers established, like we were doing with Charlie, once they get to the stage and you can canter around little courses of fences, I would soon start jumping the horses at angles over the fences. They're not always coming this straight, coming on line the fences. And to teach them that they must stay, whatever line I'm on, they must stay on that line. So I've got this little exercise. I'm just going to get into the spread, and this is the back, the back rail on that, and then a ground line this side, and then there's also a ground line on this side of the upright, so I can really jump each fence each way. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pick up canter, and I'm going to hop over one of the fences. So I'm going to have to come at an angle to get to that fence, and I want the Capri to stay on a nice line and stay straight and hop over the fence even though I'm not approaching it straight. Your own position is so vitally important to the horse's confidence. If you as a rider are a bit out of balance, a bit crooked, use your rein too much, there's all going to be things that really put the horse off. So you need to learn to ride with a very good position which will help the horse enjoy himself, what's all that. Now, this jumping position, we all get taught that we have our heels down, toes up, and that is the jumping, especially cross-country riding, that is such an important part of your position. Your lower leg stays in this position, whether you're going forward over a steeplechase fence, back over a drop fence, whatever you're doing with the top half of your body, to stay in balance, your lower leg stays there. And not if you jump a fence, that your lower leg comes up and back in that position. Okay, you don't want your lower leg to swing back as you jump, which a lot of riders do when, sort of more amateur or riders learning, they'll swing their lower leg up and back. But in this position, you're very loose in the paddle. And if the horse just happens to stumble a bit as he lands, or slightly knock the top of the fence, you're going to be easy for you to just fall off. So I would say you can just really fall off unless your horse falls over. But I can't fall off and my horse doesn't fall over. But really, if you can keep the lower leg in this position, you won't fall off unless your horse falls over. So something to really work on. The lower leg, look for your upper body. So you're not trying to come back really forward with your upper body. So yeah, really forward. And again, that's opposite the horse. Coming to the fence in a nice manner. Suddenly, just about straight the shoulders, pick up his front end, lift his front legs off the ground. If at that moment, suddenly, 10 stone of rider comes forward, it doesn't help their jump very much. Flatten their jump. You need to wait a little bit with your shoulders and stay that a little bit more upright over a fence than you maybe ideally feel that you should be doing. Anyway, I'll get jumping and then hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate that. Oh, Catherine. I'm going to pick up canter. And I'm just going to pop the red and white one that don't have to move it. Okay, alright. Now, you see, I'm keeping really still with my body. I'm not going too forward with my shoulders, my lower leg is staying there. So you don't really have to do very much jumping. You see riders very busy on top of horses. 1 minute they're holding back, next minute they're riding forward. Really what you want to try and achieve is that nice, even, quiet canter stride, which they stay in, and everything's being quiet as a rider. Try and be as still and as quiet and as soft as possible. The more you're moving around on top, the more you're being very holding back with the reins or flapping too much with your legs for no reason at all, will slightly take the horse's mind off the fence. You want to totally focus on that fence that's in front of him. So just look around there like that side a little bit. Maybe take the blue and yellow one off the other side, the lower one, and put it on the ground. Take the blue and yellow off this side. Take it off and put it on the ground. Put it on the ground. No, leave that one on the lower one. Right. Okay, so now I'm going to come around and keep it out of it. Come around and jump the parallel now. Again, at an angle. That is not to do anything. Off. This way. This way. Oh, it's like doing something. Steady, steady. You won't be excited by your full demonstration tomorrow afternoon. So if you come around now and jump that blue and yellow line. So just try and keep it still and quiet and as soft as possible. And okay. And around again, just get a little bit more careful with his back leg. There's not a lot of room here at the end. Ideally, you like to keep on a figure of 8 if possible, as a exercise. I'll see if when I land, I can turn to the left. landed, not pulling or accelerating, and then made a good shape over that bend. So that's all great. What was